November 18th, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, North California. Lehel's log. That's my Earth dates. Supplements. All right, so taking notes. Today is pondering the notion that I've had about the internet being a separate domain. Separate domain from the physical Earth. And as a separate domain, has no jurisdiction by governments. This builds upon my my ideas that I wanted to develop further about an online open source government, a new government, a government based on new technologies. Since we have so much new technology now that can facilitate actually creating more of a just utopia for humans, as opposed to what humans developed 300 years ago. And it's supposed to be, and the beauty of it is it's open source. It's based on the whole premise. It's like software where you continually iterate and update, and it's democratic. Everyone votes on it. So that's one idea. But that would be something that would be on top of this principle of the fact that if we were to, well, let me rewind. So my original idea was that I believe that we would rebel eventually against our governments and want a revolution and want a better government for ourselves, and replace the old government with new government using the internet and computer technology. Now, before that revolution, I realized something that is really that's debatable, but I think I have a good argument, and I want to shop it around to people, and I want people to think about this, because it's like, honestly, a lot of people obviously are not happy with the way things are run by the government, la la la. Besides that, and a lot of it has to do with now. Here's the deal. I'm really trying to formulate is the idea that the internet itself is open. It is not a physical place. Now, the computers and the networking infrastructure that compose the hardware that make the internet possible, that exists physically. That exists within different nations, and some of it's owned by, well, all of those computers are owned by different people or different entities. Some are owned by individuals, everything from your phone to our computers and our server clouds, whatever. Some are owned by business entities, and some are owned by government entities. Whereas, like China, for instance, owns everything. But that is only the physical part. And regardless, the physical components that make up the apparatus that hosts the internet, that makes the internet possible, which is all data and information, and it's really it's information. It's not physical. It's metaphysical. The internet is composed of like several people who several owners of the network, and a lot of them have the sentiment that they care about privacy more than the government does. Yada yada yada. Bottom line is, when we are online, our physical bodies and what we're doing in the world is subject to the laws of the government that we're in. But the actions we do on the internet, I say, falls upon a let's put it this way. It's upon a domain that is governed by the people on it, and as well as influences by governments that feel that they have jurisdiction over the internet, which they don't. So that's my argument. But it's sort of like occupation. It's sort of like we're the British Empire. We are here. You may be a different culture, India, but we're going to govern you. And I'm thinking like, no. People can actually, there can be a revolution of a new government, a new world order, an elevation, an evolution of people, from where we are growing from, being ruled by chiefs and being slaves and serfdom and feudalism, and then the Magna Carta and the Declaration of Independence, and finally, like, now we can actually have a virtual place that we can just say, like, hey, everybody on the internet, let's get together and form an internet government, and we'll rule ourselves. And it'll be separate from the United States and this government, that government, because it is like an online game, really. Whereas an online game is actually owned by the company that runs it. But you could argue, too, they own the software. They don't own our actions. And, well, they may own the power to control whether that game is up or down and have, like, God mode on it. The internet is not like that. The internet is open, and the internet, has been regulated to some extent, and then there's been resistance by, people that I share sentiment with, the original geeks and nerds and hackers that developed the internet, who would, like, step up and develop some kind of technology that would counteract any form of, like, regulation. And there's always been that kind of cat and mouse chase. So I'm trying to figure out how to best write an essay, formulate this thesis, convey this message, this idea that people should really consider it, that the internet is we can rule ourselves. We can just go, hey, we're going to form an internet, we're going to start a council, we're going to go, hey, let's just have an internet government. And we can do it better than any of these other fucking, schmoes with outdated technology of sitting in nice suits in Washington, D.C., that argue about bullshit. We can develop AI and all this stuff that can facilitate a more fair, just system. And we start with the online domain. And then, when we actually start regulating ourselves on there, and we put our best, smartest people together to formulate this, and we develop it in a way that hopefully we can withstand, corruption. That's the idea, is like to really like make a system that will benefit all that are on there, egalitarian. that will trickle down into a one world, uniting government online that will like replace, the shit that government that we have around the world, and hopefully it'll bring us more in unison. Because if we can do it online, if we can bring people online together, and that's the thing, how do you do that? How do it's and the idea is to be clever about it, right? This has always been my thing is find whatever problem I see, I try and find a way to develop some kind of invention, some kind of technology, some kind of software, some kind of tool that will fix it, improve it, make it better, etc. And so far, so good. I haven't yet to find something that, like, I haven't been able to engineer that doesn't solve one of our greater problems. It just needs to be it needs to be conveyed. And it's a weird idea, but like, imagine just saying like, okay, hold up. We're on the internet. We don't need anybody to tell us what to do. We are on the internet. We can rule ourselves. And we're going to do it this way. And it's going to be great. We don't need people to tell us to regulate fucking Bitcoin, because we know we invented Bitcoin not to be regulated. Because it's self-regulated. If there's a problem, then we'll develop an independent tech solution instead of trying to hammer in the old system, the old guard system shit that we're trying to replace, And hopefully it'll inspire people to unite. I'm now working on. I'm trying to think about how this could even extend to solving problems of war. That's the idea. Is if we have one government, if we're all talking to each other, if we're all working together to rule ourselves, and we don't have to have a top-down government. We can have a bottom-up government. I mean, we can have an upside-down government. We can have a confederate government. Is that the term? Confederalist? Confederate government. I mean, we can have every neighborhood, every community should start with, we can solve our own problems. And when our problems become your problems, or then there's a intercommunitary municipality that we will develop for those groups to have representatives to mediate the larger problems. Of course, there's always fundamental. There's the fear that one group will say, "Hey, we're just all going to just rape all our women and Islam," kidding. It only applies to the fundamentalists, which seem to be the loudest. Yeah. So that's the dream. That's the mission. How do you bring peace? I thought about this a while ago, and well, when it comes down to education, ignorance is what causes division and bigotry and racism and hatred and poverty. But those go hand in hand. Without money, you can't have educated people. Poor people are not educated because they can't afford to go to school and have all that luxury, because they are just trying to make ends meet, right? They're just trying to survive. And they can't afford good education, because good education apparently has to cost money in the United States, because it's not socialized now. And poverty brings out crime and violence because, again, if you're poor, I've learned if you have nothing, you either steal or you die. You steal food or you die. There's not enough. And that's just bottom line. It's called survival. And violence is the same thing. And a lot of it has to do with not just it's all mixed in the system of not having enough, which forces you, which makes you unhappy, which makes you compete against people who do have, take more risks. Poverty causes violence, and poverty causes ignorance. And how you solve that? You have to have a distributed resources. You have to have people. You have to have most people have the same around the same amount, and then there's no, strife. There's no fuck that guy, I'm gonna kill him and take a shit. Fuck him, I'm jealous of him, etc. Right? Oh, that's what he got. I'll to the gym. There's my water. Nice overcast tonight. We must unite. Strength in numbers, united we stand, all that good stuff. And I live in a city that is probably among the most, how American is so individualist and breeds pathological independence to the point of pathologizing the need for people, which is what's called codependence. It's something that's sick in our culture, but it's actually saying that it's us that's sick. It's like saying punishing people for drinking water. It's good to be dehydrated. It's healthy to be dehydrated. And living in Los Angeles, which is like the quintessence of people living alone in a crowd full of people, which I am one example of, one pawn in the system. So how do we connect? Well, it was not why we invented the internet. Partly, no. The internet was originally invented to keep military information from being destroyed in a nuclear holocaust by having backups and distributing shit. Anyway, better to be safe than sorry. Glare. Better? At least it's not crowded. Dolly Parton still has great hair. Probably still has great knockers. I like her hair. Getting that stress out. It was good. It's not stress out. Oh, yeah. I'm going heavy today. Big muscle groups. High weight, low rep, high sets. High weight, low rep, high set. That's today's workout. Start with the back workout. Always forward and back. My back is fucked up. I need to keep it strong. Where it hurts. I'll reinforce that spine. Tips I got from a Jewish lawyer chiropractor. Actually, I'm sorry. My back. Oh, boy. Heartbeat. 174. What was that? I'm doing this. Stretch. Where my high heart rate is tension. Right. Exercise and stretching and water and sleep and sex. I'm not kidding. That's why I'm working out. Heart rate come down a bit. That's my warm up. For a set of six sets. 6 sets of 3 reps. Okay. I normally do, let's see, 3 sets on average with 10 to 12 reps. That's about 30 reps total. I switch up to heavyweight. I do 3 reps. I do 10 sets. Is that right? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, okay, well, then I need to do 4 reps. That would be, oh shit. I got my work cut out for me, huh? Since I'm going heavy today and I haven't in a while, I'll push for 5 sets of 3 to 4 reps. Max. Before I fail. First Saturday's always a warm-up set. Because they don't pull nothing, right? Ooh, yeah. This is the boxers area. Isn't that warm as hell? Spot on the foam all over my back. Sweating the eyes, don't hurt nobody. I think that's oil on the lens there. Pulls high sets. Supersets. Water.
Gotta get these spots in. So bad. Oh, Lord, I miss you. My heart rate. This is too crazy. What's enough of this? Such emotions. Holy moly, Lord. Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Feel it, feel the vibration. Such a good vibration, such a sweet sensation. Mindfulness.
And I cross my heart and I hope to die. I stick a needle in your eye. Throw a face a cherry pie. I'm gonna think I'm gonna die. And I wonder why. So I let it out sigh. Oh me, oh my. And then I cry, and then I cry. I'm not being very too shy. To you I'd never lie. Ooh. I'm gonna have to sit down. And I'm gonna stick a needle in your eye. Ooh, that's good. 3. 3. Oh, throw in your face a cherry pie. Okay, that's one set. Good. That's good. Holy Lord. Well, even if I go down to just 1 rep, well, it's 5 more. Oh boy. This is the most important. After this, I'll do a military. I'll switch the leg. Yeah. Do the opposite sort of thing. Chest press. I do chest press to incline dumbbells. We'll do a leg press or a squat. Squat. The military press. Actually, no, military press is opposite of this. Military press, leg press, then finish up with the free weights. The dips. Still here. I'm in love with you guys. I love you. I love you, Lehel. You're great. Lehel. By the hair. Got a little pins going on. I'm gonna make some music tonight. It kills me. Just make some music with others. Gotta find a jam. That's it. The goal's a jam. Goal's a jam. Somehow, some way, we're gonna jam with people. Even if they're grade schoolers and only know how to play the wooden recorder, I'm gonna jam with them.
Oh, I don't think I've worked not this hard since I was in high school football, man. Oh, gosh, golly. Okay, so that's third set. Two more dos. I'm trying to go to cinco seto. I really don't need to scream this. I'm just gonna go open up Babel and practice my Spanish.